Hello, hello, everybody. If indeed everybody or anybody is there. Ooh, Sam is first. Hello, Sam. Welcome. Enjoy your accolades and your crown. I'm passing it to you through the camera. Hey there, man. I would have gotten on here sooner, but I had to do all my socials and stuff. And also, what are you painting tonight? If anything. That's the wrong camera. There we go. Skazza, hello mate, welcome, welcome. Oh, this is all kinds of fucked. What's going on here? More nights, but you're having a PS2 break. Oh, very cool. Playing Ratchet and Clank 2. Oh, do you know what? I had this, like, perfectly. And now it's fucked. And now my camera's not working as well. Hello, Sharface. How are you? Even though I literally saw you like 15 minutes ago, but... Hello. Okay, right. I just need to quickly fix this, but we'll make it work. That'll do. And... you know what, I think that's near enough perfect, actually. So yeah, cool. Nice chin. Here it is. I'm giving good chin vibes today. Good chin vibes. Okay. There we go. All right. We are good. We are good. How's everybody? It looks so dark, does it? No, it doesn't. It's fine. I'm sure it wasn't like the exposure or something. Because I've got a light here, but like I've got, you know, these two kind of like stage lights that are like softboxing me, and then yeah, I've just got the color in the background, and it's just giving ambient lighting. It's exposure rules 101. You don't want the background lighter than your face. Anyway, what are we all doing? What are we all up to? How are we all feeling tonight, you fucking amazingly awesome and beautiful people? Gonna have a very lo-fi, relaxed evening tonight, I think. It's gonna be really nice. Configure video. Now let's get a bit of a zoom in. That works. Although it is a bit light. We'll keep that okay for now. Playing God of War. Very cool and good. How many gods are you warring right now? I've just realised as well, actually, because this is backwards, I'll need to flip this. Got the Stardew bug again. All of them. You're warring every god. Incredible. God, how do I flip this? Again. There we go. Okay, cool. Now we can all see what we can see. I'm feeling good about this. Cool. Are you enjoying it? It's my next game to play on the list after you complete Miles Morales. Yeah, she is. She's loving it. Not that I need to tell you what Charlotte's getting up to, because she can tell you that herself. She is a strong and independent woman. Okay, right. So before we actually jump into the painting segment, I need to strip these guys. Not strip them, but work them over. Might fire at the PS2. Something's hit and run. Oh, hell yeah. Now you're talking. But yeah, I've also got these little 3D printed bases. Got them on eBay. So you can... Oh dear. So these are 32mm. These are 25mm. But suddenly, I can pop them in. And then, boom. Now they're on 32mm. So I'll be doing that at some point. But not right now, because these also need to be filed as well, because they are very obviously 3D printed. And that's definitely going to show. Right. So first thing that we do before we start painting, I'm just going to have to give these this guy a little bit of a scrape, along with the rest of them as well. We'll get all of that done. And then once we do, essentially we're good to go. It's got the added benefit as well of actually taking off a lot of the old paint, which it desperately needs, because young me was not anywhere near as talented as what I am now, and to be fair, what I am now is not especially talented when it comes to painting. But anyway, what have we all been up to today? You know, let's have a little bit of a daily roundup. How is the stream team? What's cracking with our lives? I mean, I know the younger version of me wouldn't have necessarily known any of this stuff, because, you know, this was like before the internet was like readily available, but god damn, this is such a pain in the ass. I wish I had done all this. It's looking good though. That looks like it's actually designed to be there, so I'll keep that one. This, however, is not, because that looks like it's a piece of plastic that hasn't been cleaned off. Oh, why did I do all of this? It's because I didn't know how to get rid of them, and I was like, oh, that's just, you know, part of it, so that's fine. God, it pisses me off, it really does. Great game. You play it in the van sometimes on an emulator. Been far away today. This gives you insight for when you're doing your models. Oh, that's good. Yeah, mate. You want to get yourself one of these if you haven't already. Fucking great stuff. I know you got some files, but sometimes files just don't get to the hard to reach places. So you can get yourself a little craft knife or something. I got this one on Amazon, dead cheap. Came with 6 spare blades as well. I've only just snapped the tip of this one, so it's pretty good. If you have, or something similar to that, anything really. But you'll do great. You've already become like way more organized than I have. And that's really good. Okay, right, I'm going to say actually this guy's pretty much been cleaned up. A little bit of his helmet as well. His helmet's actually a metal helmet. This is from the old... you've ordered the kit and it's already arrived. Oh, amazing. Yeah, this is the Iron Warriors upgrade sprue. So it just came with a bunch of metal bits. I do actually have some torsos as well, which I'm quite chuffed about. They're not like super expensive or anything, but they're getting increasingly difficult to find. Mostly because most people now just like 3D print their stuff, which is fine. You know, 3D print is good. 3D printer go brr. That guy's done. He's ready to go. Yeah, the next one. Oh man, I was so lazy. And this is one of my guys that was actually miscast. So he's got a dodgy foot, basically a little club foot. Can I see it right there? Yeah, he's just missing a foot. So I was considering originally what to do with him. I think what I might do is kind of like build up some rocks around it, so it looks like he's just like ankle deep in some terrain. So really what I should have done when I was a kid is contact a Games Workshop and say, hey, this isn't right, can you please like rectify it? And they would have given me like a bunch of free models or something. Or maybe even a spare box. But it's a little bit late for that now. So yeah. Hello Galmaris, how you doing, mate? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today on this day of all days. There we go. Yeah, this one actually isn't too bad. Just got to do the inside line and then we're good. You fucking knackered? Oh man, that sucks. A long day at the office? Okay, right, this one I don't think the biostrip really took as well. Ah, right. Down 3 people. Fuck that, man. I remember those days. Awful days. Seems like every motherfucker has decided, like, oh, I'm going to take the day off. Oh, no way, me too. Oh, yeah, me too. Well, that's funny, isn't it? It's rough. And then the gym, but that's self-inflicted. Man, you gotta beat the pain out. And the weakness. You know? Sometimes, for me, going to the gym would be like one of the only reliefs that I have from having like a really shitty day. That was back in the day though, obviously. Doesn't really happen anymore. But we'll be going back at some point. Just not this week. Okay. Cool. Good. My man over here is looking super fly. There we go. So for me personally, I was in London today, doing a bit of driving, doing a survey for a camera installation. It's gone pretty well. Should be an easy enough job, which is good. So happy about that. Just a long old drive. But not as long as some people. Actually, I think between all of us, I probably had the easier job. You know, definitely wasn't challenging. It gave me lots of time to think about this. Okay. This guy, I think, would be ready for being reprimed. Pretty much got all of his mold lines off. I can see at least. And honestly, if you can't see it, there's no real point in like trying to get rid of it because no one else is going to see it, right? We send our best to do the London surveys, not challenging to you maybe. Well, yeah. Flattery will get you everywhere. Now, to be fair though, like it was proper easy. You know, it's a real doddle of a job as well. Could potentially be done with only one person, but there's just a 10-minute walk like to and from the car park. That's the closest place that we can like reliably get. So if we do that and we only send one person, they're gonna have to do several trips. So I would recommend sending a team of 2, I think. That would be fine. But we're not here to talk about work, unless we want to get stuff off our chest. We're here to talk about Chaos Space Marines. So yeah, I'm hoping to get these guys at the very least kind of like base coated, in the sense of like getting all their major kind of like base colors on. You know, so that'd be like silver trim, if not silver trim, then blue kind of like armor plates. And then kind of going from there, I think. We'll take a couple of breaks. One at 9. And then one a little bit later on. And then we'll ditch this for one of those breaks. And yeah, well, I'll kind of open the floor to some chatter or something. Might even hop into the Discord, who knows. And obviously we'll have in progress pics. To be honest with you, I would love to have more in progress pics for you guys to look at and critique and all that good stuff, but I don't know. I'm way too busy these days, I feel. There's always something, isn't there? You know, unless like you're forced the time or something like that. Do I usually prime with spray or brush? So back in the day when I was a kid, I used to use spray paint. I don't currently have any spray paint, so I'm using a brush. But I would recommend using the spray paint instead. It's just quicker. Just be careful. If you can wear a mask or do it outside. Because I didn't do it for mask when I was a kid. And I also didn't do it inside as well, and it's really not good for you. But yeah, these days I do it with a brush. But if I had spray, I am considering getting some spray paint when I do my next order of paints. I found some which is, it's not Games Workshop, it's not Citadel. But it's, you know, it's essentially the same thing, so it should be fine. It's got decent reviews as well. Wilco spray paint to avoid the GW tax. Yeah, I've got, not Army Painter, it's another one. But it's like 500ml, it's pretty cheap. But Wilco spray paint, how much is Wilco spray paint? Because we've got a guy at work, he uses Halfords, but Halfords is like more expensive than GW, it's crazy. £7. Cheapest that I've seen though. Colour Forge is great. I think it might be Colour Forge that I'm actually getting. It's in my basket right now. To be fair, the only reason why I was actually gonna get it from here was because I wanted to get some other paints. Like some replacement ones for these Citadel ones because they're drying up, which is frustrating. But it appears that my... Yes. Good. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it appears that my basket has emptied itself, which is fantastic. Unless it's just on my phone, maybe. But yeah, how do you find the coverage for the Wilco spray paint? Is it good? If your rubrics, your panel, spray in the primer, good. Yeah, it's so much faster. It really is. You know, in the time that it takes me to do one, you can get 10. Easy. Colour Forge matte black spray paint. Excuse me, $8.95. Although I've just realised actually, they've chucked on a £6 shipping, and I think that's because they need to send it special delivery if it's spray paint. It's fine, you can do a black spray and then a white spray zenithal, and it doesn't come on too thick. Have you got an airbrush? No, okay. Let's see, what are these colours that I got? Right, I definitely got that one. Yeah, so I still need to pay shipping anyway. So, I might just go... You haven't been using Wilco for your black and white, just silver. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably go to Wilco just because it's cheaper. And that way then as well I can also pick up some dust masks. Because I really don't want to be breathing it in. I've seen the sort of thing that it can do to your lungs is just horrible. It really is. Okay, right, yeah, we'll add that. We'll add that. I also need like something that I can spray into as well. I know some people use like cardboard boxes, which to be fair, honestly, pretty decent. You know, so I can just go to like a supermarket and just find some, just be like yoink, I'm having that. Some of these colours are pretty good. Why would it give me inky sepia when what I wanted was inky black green? There we go. That one's a good one. Right, I also need as well... You know what, actually, to be fair. Let's have a look at some Vallejo metallics. That's pretty good. So yeah, although I'm considering getting some of the technical paints, which usually aren't my cup of tea, just because Games Workshop is like some of the most expensive paints that you can get, but at the same time as well, like some of it's just really good. I don't know. I know we've got some people in here that probably enjoy... Matt, here we go. They enjoy it a lot more. Heat-resistant barbecue and stove practice, but yeah, okay, alright, cool. Surface primer, that's grey. White. So yeah, I guess it would be heat-resistant barbecue spray paint. Heat-resistant up to 630 degrees. It's not enamel. It's just barbecue paint. Okay. Yeah, I'll just click and collect, I think. It's 2 for £10 as well. Pretty good, pretty good. Alright, so Sam, is this the one that you use? This one. Because that's the only, the matte black one. To be fair, the coverage is 1.5 square meters. That's pretty decent. can buy it on Klarna as well. There's a slightly different design, but matte plank is what you want. Yeah. Yeah, all the other ones that we've got here are like basically white, grey, or they've got like clear ones. Or get a glitter one. Fancy. What gloss? So they do actually have black gloss as well, but I don't want that. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So, yeah, so if I get a bunch of different paints, at the very least then I can avoid any of these. To be fair though, like some of these Vallejo ones that I've got have definitely started splitting. So maybe I want to get one of those big vibrators as well. You know, the little like vortex shakers. Let's give it a little zip zip. Vallejo. Right, that's 4 down. Vallejo paint. Let's do game color. Those are the ones that I use. I don't have an orange, do I? I don't know what I'd use an orange for, but oranges are cool. What I do need is some different golds, actually. That is what I want. Yeah, we'll get the orange. Stem green, no. Don't need any greens, don't need any blues, don't need any silvers. Don't need any greys. Verdigris. I like verdigris, but I'm not going to use it for anything. Glorious gold. Why not? Grab that one. Tinny tin. I don't need any tin. I don't need any copper. Bookman's glow. That one is not metallic. Lead Belcher. I can keep that for now. Gun metal. Game color black. Yeah, let's get that. always good to have just in case. Brassy brass. I think I've got. I do. That's pretty good. Smoky ink. Game effects of vomit. Love it. To be fair, the game effects ones actually do look pretty good. Okay, I know for a fact as well. I'm sorry, guys. I've gotten completely distracted, and I've just realised that. Right, let's just put a pin in this for now, and we'll get back to it at a different point. Okay, because you guys want to see me painting, and I haven't even finished scraping these guys yet. And we're getting close, perilously close, in fact, to our first break time. I love this. I said, you know, oh yeah, if I stream my painting, then I'll be really productive. Here I am once again procrastinating, except now live for your pleasure. Are these just regular legionaries? Yeah, Yeah, except these guys are probably about 15, 20 years old. So they're they're 2 boxes older than the current releases. Back when they weren't Legionaries, they were just, you know, Chaos Marines. That's it, really. 3rd edition is what I'm looking for. 3rd edition. So they're a bit smaller than the current releases. Quite a bit smaller than Primaris Marines. You know, not super small, not as small as say the Rogue Trader stuff, but close to it. And they're on 25mm bases, not 32, so they either need to be rebased or be put on base extenders, which is what I'm planning on doing. Once I figure out what to do with their actual base scheme. But because they are so old, teenage me didn't really do a good job of actually getting rid of any of the mold lines. Well, didn't get rid of any of them, full stop. So they're going to look a little bit worn, they're going to look a little bit battered, but that's okay, because these guys are like the originals, right? You know, in theory, swollen by the power of chaos. In practice, a little bit smaller than the other guys. So what I might do is kind of like tie them up with a little bit of battle damage, maybe. You know, give them like some gunshot wounds, or, well, not wounds, but, you know, holes, bullet holes and stuff. They look kind of cool. With the bases, because they're all going to be going on to 32mm, got a little bit of extra room to play with. So I might get some extra Tau bits maybe, and some Orc bits. These are the ones that I stripped, yeah. Not all of them. Some of them fell apart, and I didn't really want to turn this into like a painting and gluing stream. It's bad enough that it's taken me like close to an hour just to scrape these guys up. So yeah, with the bases, I'll chuck some Tau bits. I'll get some Orc bits, maybe some Grey Knight bits as well. Chuck them on. You know, like a head here, an arm there. Also, I think that could be quite fun. Actually, make them look dangerous. Orc bits, how dare you? I do dare. I dare very easily, actually. Especially considering the last time I played against you and I wiped the floor with your boys for the loss of only a single cultist. Yep, they didn't know what hit them. Mind you, you did give me the excuse. There were no bits left of my boys after that. Yeah. Yeah, no, to be fair, like, you did have the excuse of they weren't properly costed as well, so, you know, we have to pay attention to that too. If they're properly costed, I imagine it'll probably be a better, more kind of like even fight, I think. But then again, you had some pretty terrible luck as well with your dice rolls, and I did not. Wasn't a great list either. No, you played for fun and for rule of cool, and it was very cool. Unfortunately, it just didn't rule. But hey, man, you know, you'll come back with another one and you'll probably end up decking me in that case. It was cool, though, to face up against, like, some orc bikers and other bits and pieces. Snazwagon. Adepso, hello, welcome to the crew. Welcome, welcome. Please make yourself comfortable. I am Ben. Some call me Pure Ben. I will be your host for this evening, or however long you want to hang out with us. You've caught me right now. I'm just cleaning up some Outprint Chaos Marines. Some of my old ones as well that I've stripped and restarted because I didn't do a very good job of these, but don't tell everybody. I've got this fucking biostrip everywhere as well. Ugh. Yeah, and a stretch as well. I actually haven't been doing this for too long, but for you, let's do it. Well, actually, something cracked. That's fine. How are you? Welcome. If you just want to lurk, that's fine. That's okay. You know, voyeurism is still participation. If you'd like to chat, you're more than welcome to as well. We're a nice, cool, chill bunch here. And, yeah, that's it really. So thank you. Thank you for the follow. Really appreciate it. Maybe I should get the files out, I think. Okay, I do feel as well like the biostrip that I can see, it's not terrible. It might be where the paint is just kind of like pulled over time. So pretty sure I did actually spray paint this guy and I did it for way too long. It was not good. Okay, right, we're on to our last one. So now we can start priming. Get all the plastic bits off. Cool, right. Let's get going. Scuffed wet palette, engage. And also, do we have any drinks today, guys? Are we drinking? Are we enjoying a little drinky poo? I am. I have a Coke Zero Kraken coffee. Coke Zero vanilla. Oh, that's really good. Cool. And just a reminder as well, tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to be doing this all over again. You will shortly. Hey, my man. What are you going to be drinking? Is it rum? You enjoying a nice rum? Rum and Pepsi Max, my man. Drink of the gods. Slanesh would be proud. Okay, right. That should be enough. It's going to be... Yeah, that's quite a thin coat, but that'll be fine. Pant what? I'm afraid I don't understand. You mean paint water? What would you like me to do with the water? I don't know, I've just realised as well, actually, I need to drill this guy's barrel. Oh. You can't spell, that's fine. Oh, your water, right. See, you're drinking it. Hey, man, good for you. Keeping hydrated, very, very fresh, very cool. Sorry, I wasn't quite sure what you were on about, but I'm with you now. Okay, yep, I've done this way too thin. But you know what, that's okay. At the very least, it won't pull quite as much as I was not hoping for, which is good. Cool. That's one done. Right, actually, I'm just going to go get my handle. Yeah, it's too thin. Anyway, Adepso, are you painting with us at this moment? And if so, what are you painting on? Do you have any project on the way that you're working on at the moment? I'd love to hear about it. Yes, but it drops the Lego Mando helmet. Oh no. That sucks. There's a lot of pieces in those kits. Can imagine there's Lego everywhere. You lost a bit. Oof. Mandalorian steel isn't what it used to be. It's actually Beskar. Okay, Sam. Alright, get it right, yeah? Your magnets just arrived. You're thoroughly distracted from your riptide. I too like to play with magnets, so I completely understand. Beskar is Rhodian for Mandalorian steel, is it? Did you just Google that? It's Mandoa for Mandalorian steel. Yeah, that's right. You just got checked, punk. Which means, unless I'm sorely mistaken, I was right. No, you made it up, but you sure there's a 30-page Wikipedia article on what you just said? True? It's one of the weird things where Lucas hired a guy to invent a language for Mandalorians. Really? I like that. I know there was another language that got invented recently for the purposes of a TV show, and I can't remember what it was. Tolkien made up his own languages like a Chad, yeah. Document for it somewhere used in a D&D campaign. That's cool. But yes, Tolkien did invent his own languages, and he was a huge Chad. That's a nice thin coat. Okay, this guy's still got like... Are these mold lines? Doesn't feel like it. was good. Mandalorian is in 6 bits, unlike Vader. Is Vader in one piece? Or many pieces? Oh, fuck. Come on. Vader was in many pieces after Obi-Wan had his way of him. True. Very good. You have a tray of his head. A tray? You mean like a dinner tray? A dice tray, perhaps? Your dice tray is coming soon. Ooh. Do you already have one on order, Lim? I mean, Skaz? Or are you're currently holding fire on it? Oh, a container. Ah, I see. That's still pretty cool, though. I have a dice tray, but it's just like a clip together thing. You know, no branding, just something that I picked up at a convention. It's nice, though. Really smooth. Dice roll really nicely in it. Which is great when I occasionally do find a reason to actually use my dice. A few things. Let's see. Game day when? This might be keep it to yourself now. Fair enough. I'd like a game day. It'd be cool. But I know for a fact it'd be like, yeah, we've managed to do all of like 2 games, and it's been 12 hours. And we're all gratuitously drunk now as well. Sign me up. This is more like non-oil, really. Almost certainly the second one. Yeah, based on the last one that we did. Oof. It was rough. That's a bit too thick. That's a bit too thin. No, that's just right. Steady build up. That's what we want to do. Steady, steady build up. You'll be attending, yeah, with your full squad of 10 beautifully painted rubric marines. Can't wait for that. Can't wait to curb stomp them as well with my demon engines. Better bring all your dirty tricks, Thousand Sons. You're gonna need them. Wait until I unleash the... yeah, for the win, yeah, whatever. Wait till I unleash the spinning tops of doom. You don't know what they are yet. Can't just let Beyblades rip in the middle of a battle. Think of the damage. That's right, that's what I'm thinking. Some people are pure in their faction, others are just a mix of chaos and divided. What's wrong with showing equal respect to every member of the Pantheon? You know, I don't pick favourites. I respect all equally. And if I benefit from it, you know, so be it. I didn't ask for this success. I just got it. Rise and grind. Better be that one kid with the metal weights in the Beyblade. Did we go to the same school? Men's Warband worshipping Vashtor is my headcanon. It's not a worship, man. It's more like it's a beneficial partnership. It's fixed. Oh, congratulations, Adepso. Well done. Now for my boys, right? There are no gods. There are demons. Well, there are gods, obviously, but you know, no gods, no demons, only man. And then the Chaos Marines are like, you know, the pinnacle. So they're doing their thing. But you know, I've got a nice little lore background for these guys now. Kind of feeling it. Will I do Dark Admech if they bring them out as allies from band? Yeah, I do like a detachment, I think. That could be, it'd be cool, because, I mean, let's be fair, right? You know, you want to do fluff. Otherwise, I was considering getting some Skitari and using them as cultists to follow around my my Warpsmith. I thought that could be just kind of like cool and fluffy. I already want to do Castellan battle robots and convert them to be obliterators. That would be cool. And I do have a Cataphrone Battle Servitor, but I don't know whether or not I'm going to use him. You have to go. No problem, Adepso. Thank you for joining us, man. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic evening, day, or, you know, whatever it is that you're currently doing right now. And that you have, you know, every success in the future as well. We hope to see you again. You take it easy, yeah? And, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow at 8 PM GMT. See ya. That's what the word bearers say too. Well, the word bearers can say what they want, but, you know, from my point of view, the word bearers are full of shit anyway. Bunch of fucking pussies. You know, all they do is they send just like swarms of cultists to, like, you know, absorb the bullets. They praise them, praise the dark gods for it as well. My cultists, they know their meat shields. More like nerd bearers. At you, English. Cool. In that case, then I'm assuming it means that you're on GMT time zone. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you again. Yeah. Damn nerd bearers. Like, my guys, when they run forward, you know, they're Alpha Legion, aren't they, really? Ultimately, that's how my guys play. But I was considering running them instead as Red Corsairs. Seeing whether or not that actually works out for me. Because they've got some pretty powerful rules. And these guys are a Renegade chapter, they're not a Legion. You know, what we have here is... This is probably the second company, I think, of my chapter. You expected Iron Warriors? No, I like Iron Warriors, don't get me wrong. But I think between all of them, I am a fan of Alpha Legion. I like their style and their kind of like abilities. I also like their colour scheme as well, actually, it's really nice. Kind of like glossy, lacquered, kind of like metallic sheens and stuff. It's just, oh man, it's great. It really is. Unfortunately, rules-wise, they are not that powerful compared to the other ones. You'd only play them if you're a fan, which I am, but my guys aren't Alpha Legion. I'm just using the Legion rules because you have to pick a Legion. And I'd prefer to... I'd rather crash my car than play as Word Bearers. Black Legion only really work if you've got Abaddon, which I don't. And it does make sense for me to actually run Abaddon. So, I could play Red Corsairs. All the creations are Bile, they're pretty decent. Yeah, it depends. I don't have enough cult troops as well to play one of the other legions. Abaddon is mega cringe. He is. You know, right now what we're looking at is just Warhammer devolving into essentially who's got the better hero with the better beat stick. And what they can give you, really. Which I think is a bit unfair. You know, back in my day, Warhammer actually meant something. Having infantry meant something. Iron Warriors are very good, though. If you want to do shooting, Iron Warriors is probably the best. I think I might need to change this water. But yeah, in the current meta, though, apparently Word Bearers are actually #1. If you're running Demonkin, I mean, Demonkin themselves also really powerful. Whether it's like Obliterators or Possessed especially, man, already very powerful. That's why I had to make my decision about what to do with Possessed. You know, do I kind of bite the bullet and then just like put them in and like redo the lore behind my chapter, or do I figure something else out? That's why I went with the Bionic kind of like section. I was like, oh yeah, Adeptus Mechanicus, or rather Dark Mechanicum. That makes more sense. You know, my guys, right, have got allies everywhere. Do they work closely with Ashtor? Maybe. Maybe. You know, have they maybe said, oh, you know, we'll go out and do slave raiding for you, and in return, give us demon engines. We'll offer you support. Give us logistical support. You know, help our supply lines. And Vashtor and his boys are just like, oh yeah, we can do that. This is a beneficial partnership. Gotta love it. Iron Warriors literally have a stratagem called Cannon Fodder. Yeah. Cultist Mate Shields, yeah. Have you read any of the lore? The Iron Warriors are fucking ruthless, dude. They've got, considering as well that the Imperium isn't much better, but we're going to ignore that. There's a novel called Siege of Castellax, which is based on Iron Warriors conquered a planet, right, from the Imperium, and then came under attack from the Orcs. So they had already raised up a fortress, right, but they were like severely under strength. So they had what they called the Tyrant's Legion, which was a legion of essentially like their own guard, right? But they were fucking ruthless with those guys, ruthless with them. You know, like for minor infractions, you'll potentially be killed. There's this one scene where a freshly made slave, because the Iron Warrior is just brutal, but a freshly made slave makes a sign of the Aquila, because he's, you know, he's still like he's a freshly enslaved person, so he's still an imperial. You know, he still sees like the Emperor as his one true god, etc., etc. And he starts getting beaten by an overseer, right? And the overseer is just like, oh, I'll fucking mess you up, like, how dare you? Like, he's outraged. Anyway, Rodan, who is the protagonist of the novel, he's captain. He's captain of the Raptors of that particular warband, or Grand Company, but it's a company of like 25, 27, something like that. So it's less a company and more just like a collection of individuals now. But he comes across it and he's just like, what's going on here? Like, why is this slave being beaten? And the overseer is just like, look, you know, like obviously, even though he was threatening to like tell the Iron Warriors, he wasn't actually going to do it. And then he's been caught and he's just like, he was found like doing a sign of the Aquila. And Rodan's just like, that's a shame. And like, that is unfortunate. And then what he does is he like takes the slave and like hangs him on like a hook, like a crane hook, over a vat of like molten steel, and like dislocates both of his arms. And then says every minute that this slave fails to do the Aquila, he gets dropped by another inch. Until eventually he's going to like hit the molten metal. And he says maybe the kiss of burning or molten iron or molten steel will reinvigorate his faith in the Emperor. Or maybe it won't. And then he just walks away. Their legion and their slave workers and everything, they are being fed with essentially protein paste. But the protein paste, they later find out, spoilers by the way, but the protein paste they find out is actually their mulched, like, companions and stuff, and like other dead slaves and everything like that. They're literally just like pulped up, melted down with like digestive enzymes and stuff, and then put into these protein tubes and given to their troops as food, and their conscripts as well. Pretty messed up. But, you know, that's the Iron Warriors. So yeah, cannon fodder, Totally not surprised. Completely not surprised. You know, 100,000 of them may die so that one Iron Warrior may complete their objective. Because the Iron Warriors are just as bad to themselves as they are to their cultists. You know, ultimately, they're all seen as expendable. It's pretty much a done deal on most Imperial worlds. Yeah, exactly, Cult Sarge. That's why I didn't really understand why they were all like horrified by it. A lot of them, I mean, a lot of them were born there. They have, the Iron Warriors literally had embryo farms. Where they would literally just harvest like reproductive, not organs, I suppose, but like they would essentially harvest cum and ovaries and stuff from their slaves, and then yeah, just like hothouse a bunch of embryos. It's fascinating. Be prepared for the Thousand Suns. We have sorcery and are doomed to chaos, but fight until the end. Our dust souls live on in the planet of the sorcerers and are destined to return. Yes, Gaz. Correct. We'll send you back. Dust souls, you mean automata. Gross automata. Okay, right, let's take our first break. I think this is already running on so much later, but Thousand Suns' worst enemy is a Hoover. That's right. That's right. You tell Sam. Get him. All right. We have one left to prime. At least for our first coat of priming. It's this guy. He's all like, "Hey, man, what's occurring? Come on, zoom in, you piece of shit. There he is, kind of. Oh well, yeah, these are all plastic. All right, cool. Let's take a quick break, guys. Go and get some drinks, some snacks, whatever else. And go to the loo, do all that good stuff. I will be right back with more painting, I guess. I need to get some more paint water anyway, because it's black. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, L Bob. Welcome. Pokemon cards, very good. Full art V-Star Samurott. Is that worth a lot? What are we talking about here, money-wise? Hello. Look at that. 12 whole months, an entire year. You're an absolute legend, L Bob. Can't believe it. Like, I genuinely cannot believe it. You must be bloody crazy. And it's not even a Prime subscription as well. Even wilder. We need to get sub badges. Sharface, we need to get sub badges. You are clinically insane. Doesn't make you any less of a person. Even more valuable. Not everybody's insane. Some people are stupid. True facts. Right, so I have been spending the majority of this stream literally just scraping bits of plastic off of these guys and then painting them black, which has been it's been wild, exciting, crazy fun. It is good though. It's nice to get these guys kind of like redone. But how's your day been? What have you been up to today? Is it a day off for you? I'm not sure whether or not. From what I remember, Wednesdays are usually a work day. Yeah, I'll get you up to speed though. Not really much has happened, to be honest with you. We had a new follower appear, Adepso even. But they've dipped now. Go head off, got to go do their own thing. But always great, always a good day to invite and welcome somebody else into the crew is always cool. As far as you're aware, Elbob works every day. It feels like that sometimes. Let's see. Oh, you had a day off. You went to your hair appointment. Very cool. And the roads were closed and you got lost in Doddington. You missed your hair appointment, so you wasted an hour of your day in petrol. Oh, no. That's the worst. You know, this is your first day off in 7 days, so is that? What a shame. Okay, right. I can hear Pablo outside. And he's crying to be let in, but I don't want him to come in when I've got paint out, even if it is just black paint. Cats and paint do not mix. Sorry, bud. You're going to have to wait. Yeah. Just wait outside. You can hear Pablo crying for me. Yeah, I beat you to it. Yep. You knew Elbob arrived. You can hear him too. Oh, no. He's shouting because Elbob is here. He's excited. Yeah, he's cheering. He's cheering you on. He's cheering you for your full art VMAX. He was snuggling on your lap until I came down. I'm his favourite. You see, this is why I know he's stupid. You know, the fact that I'd be anybody's favourite is just mindless to me. You know, he's got it good down there. He doesn't know what he's got until it's gone. Thank you for the support, Pappy G. Yeah. Oh, Pappy G, I mean, for all of his flaws, he does know what's up. He came down and was furiously licking me. It wasn't furious. You know, it was like, oh yeah, hey, how's it going? It's because I scratched his head. That was it. You know. Wasn't all that. Yeah, I mean, I'm a beast of a man. I am the apex predator. Okay, right. I actually feel like this guy is... let's see, he's pretty well primed. I'll just give him a little bit more of a go over. I think it's fine. You still outside? Pablo, can you not, like... I can hear him pushing against the door. Look, right, usually it'll be fine, okay, right? I'd let you in. Maybe. Maybe. He is very chatty. He's a good boy, better Pabs. Both. You know, usually I would consider letting him in. Because half the time he jumps right up the back of my chair and he starts scratching it, and that's when I have to chuck him out. But the other half of the time, he usually just comes over to the shelf. Not the shelf, sorry, the windowsill. And he just sits up there and he just watches the traffic go by. And that's when it's fine, like that's when it's okay. But I know he'll see me doing this and he'll take an interest in it. And that's when it's a problem, because then, like, you know, all my paints are kind of like lying around, and like if they've got a lid on, fine. But I've got black water and I've got black paint and I've got cream carpets. It's not good. You can hear him on the stream too. Both are good boys. Yeah, we are. heard. Yeah, you should hear him sometimes. You know, I'm waiting for the day that, like, I don't know, I get a semi-prominent person just, like, pop into my Twitch stream just to watch. And then, like, the next thing that I know, I'm trended on Twitter and they're just like, this guy is abusing his animals. You know, he won't let his cat come into his room. I'm just like, bro, like, why? Why would you do that to me? Why would you do me like that? He's back down on the windowsill. Yeah, exactly, see. He's got no staying power. He's no son of mine. His genes are weak. That's it. I don't give birth to no milksop. He's a bin cat. That's it. Just like his litter mates, who are now all apparently boys. Which is mind-blowing to me. Can't wait till we get some spray paint. So much faster. The thing is, I've just realised, like, because I haven't bothered drilling any of the barrels out yet, I'm going to have to do that again. And then I'll have to paint those areas that I've drilled out. Mind you, I mean, if I do that though, then it gives me an idea of exactly where the drill barrel is, because then it's like grey on black. So there is actually a benefit. There's a method to my madness. It's not a particularly forthright or obvious method, but it is a method nonetheless. But yeah, I was, right, if I could get this done really quickly, I was going to kind of like, oh shit, nearly, introduce my, my venom crawler. And like do a little bit of painting on this, but honestly, I think I'm just going to wait until I get some spray paint. It'll be so much easier then. Let's see. Trash can was always a girl. Oh, trash can's still a girl. I thought trash can was called Trish and is now called Tristan. Or am I wrong in that? Because I don't think I am. Do I think gold then blue or blue then gold for your rubrics? Don't dead name the cat, bro. Mate, I'm trying to keep up. I would say Skaz. I think gold then blue. I think would be better. Because, in my opinion, fuck's sake, the trim is going to be more fiddly for you to begin with. Bin bag is now Pablo Garbage, yeah. Which do you paint first? Well, he's trying to figure out which one to paint first. Honestly, I would do gold first, I think. Because if you look at it, right? I can't remember the fuck up. Like, look at them, right? You know, there's a lot of, like, tiny gold bits. You've got a lot more room to do blue stuff, mainly. You do blue, really. Paint doesn't stick to metal paint as easily. So you might end up putting it on too thick. Painting over metallic is more difficult than painting over a matte colour. Well, to be fair, Skaz, I mean, the guys here have been painting more than me. They've definitely got more experience. So I suppose it depends, really. It depends what you want to do at the end of the day. They're your models. You have to be careful not to make any mistakes. Yeah. Yeah. Your blood was private black, then gold, then blue. You watched many videos. My boy has been watching Duncan Rhodes. It'd be harder to avoid the trim than to avoid the armor. Your sword might be real. We must have just missed each other in Tesco. Yeah, well, I was rushing back to try and get this this stream started. So I don't know. I wouldn't say we necessarily missed each other quite that quickly because we finished by like 7:45. That was when we had gotten home. I suppose it depends. But yeah, we probably just about missed each other. That's a shame though. It'd be nice to see you. As always. Cool. It is nice just to have this paint thinly applied though. No bollocks. No garbo. None of that. Just a nicely primed model. Cool, right. So yeah, I think it's going to be likely that tomorrow's stream is actually going to be consistent of like these guys being properly base coated with my my blues and stuff. I think I'm going to try doing batch painting. I think I'm also definitely, you know what, actually, when does Wilco close? Because there's a Wilco relatively close to me, at least by car, so I could definitely go there on the way back from work. Because I thought there was just only one in Peterborough City Centre, but there isn't. Yep, I'm the prodigy, I can handle it. It's going really well, thank you. I'm really enjoying it. How's it for you? Rooftop shenanigans with Ben. Yeah, rooftop shenanigans, always good. Miss your face. Miss yours too. Fingers going with on the prodigy, I can handle it. Make sure you take pictures. Yeah. Posted a pic of your newly magnetized broadside. Ooh. Let's see, shall we? Let's all nerd out. Ah. Very swag. Very swag, very cool. Did Ben and I smash that training? Hell yeah, we did. I crushed it, son. Yeah, it looks really nice, Galmers. Really cool and good. Still love that we have a Discord for this. It's just awesome. Love it. Yeah, one of the things that I'm kind of miffed out though with Discord is you just like you can't get any videos on there without like having server boosting and stuff, and it's just I don't want to like encourage people to server boost because like I would much prefer it if they just if I must be supported, you know, it's I want people just to like watch streams and stuff. I don't want them to like get nickel and dimed and everything. So then it means that we have to have like a different platform just for videos, and it's just annoying. It's just annoying, but that's just me. So I think Pablo's being a bit naughty now because I can hear Charlotte shouting at him downstairs. He's probably scratching or biting. Being very naughty. Okay, that's easy. You know what, I'm looking forward to having like a week's worth of streams just of this. It's nice. It's nice and chill and relaxed. What are we all up to, fellas and ladies? What are we doing? How are we enjoying our Wednesday evening? Apart from hanging out at your truly, of course. Very chill, very swag money. Hell yeah. What? How did I miss that? Riptide time. Hell yes. What does the sprue look like, I wonder? Okay, right. These fellas are all primed. Just gotta wait for them to dry off. He's the first one to go. That's this paintbrush. That's all done. What do we have now? Get the little condoms off. Check Discord for this brew. Let's go. Here it is. Cool, yeah. Let's take a look. Alright, cool. Nice little sprue. Lots of bits, lots of things.
This is what I've built so far. One leg.
One whole leg. It's nice though, man. That's a good leg.
It's quite nice because like each leg is like all together in one piece.
Oh yeah.
And that's like the other leg all the way down there.
Do you know what?
And all the body pieces together. It's pretty easy to find everything.
I fucking hate some of the sprues because you'll have like 3 sprues, and to make one like Chaos Marine, you'll need to like source bits from like each individual sprue. Except that it'll also be like, oh yeah, you've got this leg on this side, and then like, you know, there's a couple of arms here, but one of the arms is on this sprue, then the other one is on this sprue, and then here's a bunch of backpacks as well, but not the backpack that you need.
Yeah, it's never. Well, I guess on those old kits, most of the parts were like universal, right?
Yeah, on these ones. So it really didn't matter. You could just mix and match whatever. But on the current kit, half of the Marines aren't customizable. They're essentially like semi-monopose.
Yeah.
And I hate monopose. I don't know whether or not I've mentioned that before.
Yeah, you're the conversion king.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but
yeah, I guess I am a bit of a king.
I am, yeah. But at the same time as well, like, you know, it's fucking irritating, man. Like, you look at it and you're just like, fuck me, like, why does it look like garbage? They look very good, but I don't want the same fucking. I don't want like a fucking family of like the same Marine, just like, you know, oh, why do these guys all look the same? Like, they're all related.
Yeah, obviously I've got an absolutely terrible camera, but these pieces, oh, if I can get some focus. They've got like these little like square nubs on them.
Oh yeah,
that fit into the feet.
That's cool.
So it just fucking line it up. So it just basically snap fits like that.
Yeah.
But you can also like trim them off.
Mm-hmm.
Same for the legs. They've also got like a snap fit piece.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like trim that off if you just want to like make your own poses, make them a bit more dynamic. But it's like set to a default, so it'll always like stand up.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, rather than, you know, you have to try and work it out. But yeah, so it's quite neat. I think it's quite a nice kit.
Mm. Yeah, because it's about the same size as an Imperial Knight, isn't it? Or am I way off?
No, it's smaller than that.
Oh, okay. Is it quite a bit smaller?
I don't think so. I think it's like well, this is the base. So that's a fairly decent sized base.
Yeah.
Let me just grab the ghost kill quickly, just so you can see that. Is this a bigger base? Yeah, this is a bigger base. So that's the ghost kill there.
Yeah.
So I imagine he'll be a little bit bigger than the ghost kill.
Okay.
So I'm imagining he's going to be kind of like that.
Mm.
But I mean, just one leg. Let's just like compare the legs quickly. If that's the easy way to check. So he tries to snap fit these together in vain. There we go. It's pretty cool. I can just dry fit them all like this.
Mm.
He says he tries to work out how it all goes together. There we go. So if we like compare the legs,
Oh yeah, I see.
he's quite a bit bigger.
He'll be about 2/3 bigger, I'd say.
Yeah. He's yeah, he'll be a big boy.
Yeah. Sam's just replied to me talking about them all. You know, all of my Marines looking like they're members of the same family. They're all brothers technically. Shut up, Sam. I don't want to hear no fucking technicalities.
Battle
from you.
brothers. Yeah, you don't want to hear this from a fungus. You know what I mean? Like...
Exactly. Yeah. Go back to your fucking mushroom patch. I bring the toxicity in Toxic Gamer. I'd really love like if Battle Brothers Space Marines metal boxes. I would love if I ever went to a tournament, and I wouldn't because I think I'd die of embarrassment. But
why?
Well, you know, a bunch of fucking tryhards there, isn't there?
Okay, all right. As an avid tournament goer, I'm personally offended, but you know,
you'll get over it.
Yeah, I guess so. My favorite streamer doesn't love me. My parasocial relationship is ruined.
I had a parasocial relationship, and it wasn't what I thought it was. Yeah, I can just imagine going to like a tournament or something, and just like the first fucking neckbeard that I come across, I'm just like, I fucking hate you, man.
Well, as I said, man, I'm going to that tournament in St. Peterborough in April, so you're more than welcome to come along and at least have a look at the pretty armies.
Ooh, yeah. How do the rooms usually smell?
Fine. I don't usually have a problem, to be honest. No? It's the thing is, right? So there's like levels of competitiveness within 40k. Okay. The guys who like end up at a game shop every weekend, that's the stereotype. They're the people who are the stereotype. People who end up going to tournaments are like well-adjusted adults who are able to travel and like look after themselves.
Oh, and have like a car.
Yeah, exactly. They aren't living in a basement, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're very well-adjusted individuals. As a general rule, obviously there are outliers. Stereotypes exist for a reason, but you know, for the most part, it's fine.
Okay.
There's a lot of dads.
Yeah, I bet. Actually, I might end up bumping into my old operations manager because he's a well, he does Age of Sigmar.
Right, yeah.
Star Wars Legion. He's a Karandran Overlords, but he used to work for Games Workshop.
Oh, no way.
Way back when, yeah. As a either a store manager or like a member of senior management or something like that. But yeah, he tried because we were down the cabinets at one point. And we were just like shooting the shit about Warhammer, and then he started trying to lecture me on like the Horus Heresy, and I was like, John, I know all about the Horus Heresy. I was there when it was written. I wasn't. But...
Don't quote the ancient magics to me.
Do not cite the ancient magic to me, which I was there when it was written. But yeah, it was good. But he's a big nerd. But I love him, man. Love John Easter. He's great. The Easterling. John the Easterling.
That's the thing. Everyone's a nerd for something, right?
It's true. That's true.
Like L-Bob in a car. Car nerd.
L-Bob in a car, yeah. Car Bob. Charlotte said, "I'd rather you go there than play at my house again."
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Charlotte was always very supportive, and then we actually played the game. Yeah. And I knew that as soon as that happened,
She was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, all sense of support just very quickly dried up.
It just fucking eroded.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to co-op your stream here, Ben.
It's fine.
Because I feel like I have a little bit.
No,
but
that's okay. It's all right. I'm enjoying it. I would like to, if I was doing like a marathon stream or something like that, just have people be able to drop in. I think that'd be very cool. Yeah, because I mean that's the thing with a hobby as well, isn't it? It's about community. I hear the sound of a file go brr.
Yeah, I've got a weird juxtaposition of a very, very high quality microphone and a very low quality camera right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the mic's what's important, isn't it? What is your microphone?
It's new actually. It's Arctic 7P, I want to say.
Yeah.
7P plus. My old one, I had an old Arctic, and I'd had that thing for like 4 years, 5 years. I'd like repaired it a bunch of times, and it'd fallen apart, and then it just completely died on me.
Yeah.
So I had to get a new one.
That's fair. Might as well, man. Treat yourself. You know, nice little necessary upgrade. Yeah. Yeah, I was like when I got this Shure microphone. Before that, I just had a Blue Yeti, and it was great. I mean, the Yeti lasted me for like 7 years.
Yeah, Yetis are good, but they do wear out.
Well, mine was still fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. From what I could tell.
On my one, I think the mic like blew or something. Like it just constantly peaked, and they had a really bad like feedback on it, and that was before I'd learned to fix anything. So yeah. I ended up not keeping it.
That's fair. Yeah, this one that I've got now is proper podcast quality. That's great. To be fair though, I mean I had a preamp for a while. That was literally just running these headphones through.
Yeah.
Which, well, I had a preamp for a while. I still have the preamp. But I was just like, look, you know, I've been wanting to get a new microphone for a long time because I had, but like I couldn't really justify it because it was still working perfectly fine. The thing is, like Yetis are way strong in terms of like what they can pick up. Like
yeah, a lot of the time they use for like studio recording, right?
Yes.
Like interviewing and stuff.
Yeah. So even though they have like a cardioid setting, they are built with like bidirection and omnidirection, kind of like in mind.
Yeah.
And that's where they really do shine. So if I was in like the middle of a room doing an interview, I could potentially, in theory, only have like one microphone. It'd be really good.
Yeah, I used to do that way back in the day. I had a podcast where I did that.
Ooh, what was your podcast about?
It was about Ninth Age and Warhammer Fantasy.
What was it called? Are they episodes still up?
I don't know if they're still available, but they're still out there.
Interesting.
Link them to you at some point.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have a go at finding them or something.
But it was pretty popular. I think it was the most popular Ninth Age podcast at the time. And got like 200 to 500 listens per episode.
It's pretty good for what is essentially, I think, like a bit of a niche subject.
Oh yeah. It's nothing compared to like a 40k podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but
that's normally shit though, isn't
it? Yeah. But for the crowd I was going for, it's pretty solid.
That's cool. That's what you want to do, man. You want to find your niche and then expand out of your niche.
Yeah, it was a good niche.
Yeah. Okay, right. Let's see. So Charlotte said that it took hours. You can nerd and sesh out when all day when she's not there. Sam says, wars aren't won in a day, Charlotte. God. Sam can come too. Skaz can come and see what he's got himself into. And he's off now. He has to be up pretty early. He doesn't want to be too tired. See you later, Skaz. Appreciate you being here, mate. And L Bob says that she is a car nerd and her badges look sick.
Her badges do look sick. I'm incredibly jealous.
They do. They're nice and dark and very well put together.
It's kind of pointless me doing anything to my car because it's kind of a basic bitch car.
Mm-hmm.
And if I did modify it in any way, I would immediately be like labeled as a stereotype.
Yeah.
Like because it's a Focus.
Mm-hmm.
If you mod a Focus, you're just like everyone just thinks you're an asshole.
So this guy's an attention seeker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with a Renault Clio actually as well. That was the quintessential boy racer car. We're just going to ignore the fact that my car has a 0.9 litre engine. Could do 0 to 60 in about 3 days.
Mine's a diesel, so it's got some power in it.
Mm.
Built for long distances.
Yeah, you can hypermile.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, to be fair, the one good thing about my car, like the one really good thing about my car, is its tax is only 20 quid.
That's quite nice.
It is. It is. So at the very least, when that bill comes through, it doesn't sting.
I think mine's like 40 or 40 something.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Yeah, for a diesel as well.
I've still got like 2 more years to pay on it. I do really like it.
Yeah.
I might just get a newer version of the same car, to be honest.
Yeah.
When I get a new one.
Well, the Focus is getting retired.
Oh, is it?
Eventually, yeah. Because Ford are moving towards electric cars, and the architecture for the engine space just isn't big enough.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so the whole thing's gonna have to be scrapped. So eventually, you're gonna only have. Well, that's it, really.
I'm guessing they're just going to bring out a new model to replace it, right?
Yeah, but they'll probably call it something stupid like, you know, the Electro.
The Esper.
Yes, yeah, something like that. You know, or it'll be like the Ford Whisper or something. Because it don't make a fucking sound. Bucko. Just realised actually. Oh, actually, I'm streaming you. I'm not streaming me.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's right. I get to see some good hobby.
Well, in that case, then people want to probably tune out and go somewhere else. Hobby Time at Healy's is still streaming as well. I don't strictly know the guy personally, but I do know his missus. He's a good guy, actually. He's really very successful in the Warhammer space. So yeah, so if you do want to see top quality hobby, probably go there. If you want to see a scuffed stream, you can watch me.
Who knows how long people are watching the dodgiest webcam in history?
Quite a while.
Yeah. I'll manage.
It's alright. I feel like my emphasis on poor quality is really charming, isn't it?
It's your USP.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben's streams are well, they're not all that, but they can be.
The potential's there.
That's it. Yeah, I've got potential. People tune in to see, and they're just like, "Wow, this guy's going to go places," and then I resolutely proceed to not go places. And they're like, "This guy's a dickhead."
This guy's going to go places someday, not today.
Yeah. Not tomorrow, but soon for the rest of his life.
I'm sure.
Yeah, the thing is, if I actually spent time doing it, I probably could, but life gets in the way. Life gets in the way.
Man, all you need is one good Twitch clip. That's all it takes, man.
That's all it takes, yeah. Get onto live stream fails. Maybe I'll live stream myself getting hit by a car. That'll do it.
Don't do that. Hire Elbow to hit you with your car.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fuck it. I'll get hit by my own car. I'll just like take the handbrake off.
Oh yeah,
and
to
just
be
roll
fair,
it.
we don't want to risk damaging a nice car.
That's it. I don't really give a fuck about mine. I've already reversed it into a column.
Although to be fair, think how sick the Instagram reel will be if we just have like Elbob's car and it's just covered in like your blood.
Yeah. Yellow with red accents. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that actually. Yeah, that'll work. Elbob, how do you feel about driving your car into me repeatedly? Potentially reversing it over me as well.
Doing it over and over until we make live stream fails.
Yeah. I reckon I've got 3 hits in me.
Take number 237.
Mm-hmm. I'm just a fucking puddle.
Ben, you need to show more life out there.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, good. I did actually have an idea for a video that I was going to do for YouTube. Funnily enough, it was for a Warhammer retro review.
All right.
But like, loads of people do like Warhammer content, and strictly speaking, a lot of them probably would do it better than me because they're actually focused on the Warhammer, whereas I'm more just about like games and stuff. Really. But what I wanted to do was do a retro review of Kill Team. You know the game Kill Team.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually been delisted now from Steam.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's basically been scrubbed. So if you have it, you've got it. If you don't have it, you don't have it. So it doesn't really matter when it comes out now. But I wanted to do a bit where there was like a cutaway, and I was driving my car, right, and then there was like a kill team behind me. But it would just be the Dawn of War Soulstorm case. I don't know if you've seen that video at all. It's quite an old video, as most of my videos are, because I release one every Ice Age or so. But I did a thing where I threw Soulstorm out of my window, and I threw it so hard that it went into orbit.
Right.
And I kind of like I did some puppeteering with it as well, because I fucking hate Soulstorm, man. It was such a shit way to end out the series.
Really?
Yeah, in my
like
opinion.
Soulstorm.
Well, you're entitled to your wrong opinion, but
What didn't you like about Soulstorm?
it threw the balance of the game out. Flyers did, man. It was just it was not good. Didn't like it.
That bad?
I didn't care for it. Dark Crusade, fucking legendary, perfect.
Dark Crusade was very good.
Yeah, you cut right from that point on. They should have known. They should have sat down and just said things are going to go to shit. The map was rushed, not very good.
Oh shit.
There was no expansion. It was mostly just like a continuation of the same thing with a couple of extra units. And the quality of a lot of the voice work and stuff as well just kind of like dipped a bit. Wasn't very good. Oh, Sharface said that she'll hit me with my own car. That's fine. You can do that. Actually, that would work. But yeah. So I did a thing where I was like, Soulstorm is my nemesis, basically.
Okay.
The voice work is Soulstorm's saving grace. It's still not as good as Dark Crusade, in my opinion. A lot of it's reused, obviously. But the stuff that...
What were the races they added in Dark Crusade?
Dark Eldar and Sisters of Al.
Are you sure Dark Eldar wasn't in Soulstorm?
Oh, sorry, Dark Crusade.
Yeah.
Oh, that was Necrons and Tau.
Yeah, see, this is the one I played first.
It was good.
I played Dark Crusade and then I played Soulstorm, because there was another one where they added Guard, right?
Winter Assault, yeah, that was the first expansion pack. So Dark Crusade was a standalone game. Winter Assault was an expansion pack for the first game.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah. But like... Where was I going with this? What's it saying? That was it, yeah. So Soulstorm was kind of like my nemesis, right? So Soulstorm tries to attack me. I ripped out a bunch of like audio lines as well from the game. And basically I have a conversation with it and stuff. I ended up like hanging it from the ceiling at one point with some string. So it was like, it's just fucking like jump me or something like that. So anyway, I grab the game, throw it off into orbit. It then ends up falling into the Eye of Terror, which I was really pleased with as well. That was like my first attempt at actually doing like visual effects and stuff. It was really great. And it was really simple as well, and it was just very fun and kind of like out there. It was great. Anyway, so then I was just like, wouldn't it be really funny if every video that I do on like a Warhammer game or something, Soulstorm makes an appearance? Basically, like there's this like kind of like sidelong plot between all of the games, kind of like, you know, where this game is trying to attack me or something like that because I'm like a filthy heretic. And I'm like constantly just like battling it or something like that in the meantime. I thought it would be interesting. So anyway, what I wanted to do with Kill Team, and I've been working on the Kill Team video for about 4 years. But every time I get somewhere with it, I'm not happy with it and I restart it because like I get better progressively at editing whenever I come close to finishing it, and then I'm just like, shit, like this looks awful now. So one of the ideas that I wanted was that I would explain the concept of a kill team by using myself as the target, and then Soulstorm would be like part of the kill team that would come for me, and it would be like stalking me in places. So I'd be in like the local supermarket, and it would just be like looking down, like a, you know, sneaking a peek around a corner down an aisle or something like that as I'm like looking at cheese or something, you know, just something stupid like that. And then it would end up with me driving, and then that's like, you know, that's when the kill team like strikes, you know, and I'm explaining that's like the end result of a kill team. And then I look in the rear view mirror and Soulstorm's there with like a Nerf gun, and then like shoots me. And then I was just like, great, like, you know, I need to either crash my car, or I was going to do a thing where I was walking down like the street or something, and then my car would appear and Soulstorm would be like sellotaped to my steering wheel, like driving it, and then it would hit me. And I was willing to actually get hit by my car or by somebody else's car, you know?
Like a possessed game.
Yeah, exactly like that, yeah. It would be like anthropomorphic. It's like a really cool version of Toy Story. You know, so yeah, like it would hit me, and then I would like land on it. But then I was just like, shit, what about if I dent my bonnet? What about if I do any damage? So then I was just like, maybe I can do it in reverse, where I lay down on the car, and then it reverses, and I get up, and then we just, you know, like we reverse the footage, but we don't reverse the audio, and we kind of make it work so it looks like I end up getting hit. But then I was just like, that's a bit silly. And it would look a little bit silly as well. So instead what I do is I start the car parked. I reverse out erratically from like wherever it is, which is going to be like against a tree or something. And then I would just be reversing down the street without like, you know, the reverse lights actually like in shot or anything like that. So it would look like as I was driving, when I get shot at the wheel, I then play that in reverse. It looks like I crash. And then I put a really shitty green screen like fire on it, and it looks like it explodes and immediately catches fire. Kind of like in South Park.
Yeah, that sort of thing is always the worse the effects are, the better. Mm-hmm. It adds to the comedy.
Exactly, because like that's like you say, man. That's my unique selling point. It's, you know, we're gonna, because let's be fair. I said at one point, like when funnily enough, when I was telling John about you know, me doing like YouTube stuff, he was, oh, you know, why didn't we can see whether or not there might be something for you to do in like marketing or something like that. And I looked at him and I was like, John, no one gives a shit about my YouTube videos. Like they are like fucking genuinely dreadful and stuff. Like, you know, like the heart's there, that's the unique selling point. Like people enjoy it because like they find it funny. It's like a B movie. All of my videos are like B movies, and that's okay. I'm happy with that. I like that, because that's something that people can enjoy, because like, you know, they're not taking themselves too seriously, which is okay, in my opinion. You know, other people might feel differently, maybe. You know, there's definitely something there. We can do something with it, but I tried making like really clean and like professional videos, and honestly, I just get bored of it. You know, whereas if I can
to be fair,
go on.
Any video that starts with I would start by reversing erratically. You know, that's going to be a good YouTube video, right? Like,
yeah. Because what I really wanted to do as well, if they ended up getting big, I would re-release it with director's commentary. and I would just explain what was happening, so people would be like, "This is fucking unhinged, man." But you know, because the thing is as well, something that I told Charlotte, she thought it was a bit weird. But what I do, right, and you might think this is weird as well, along with people like watching this, or a bit sad. But when I'm driving on my own, I run lines with myself, basically, right? So, or what I'll do is I'll be like kind of like vocalizing an idea that I've got in my head to kind of figure out whether or not it'll work, because I do get bored when I drive on my own, especially if I'm driving for hours. So yeah, I will either run lines or I'll run like imaginary scenes or something like that, because it helps me like build confidence.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different to like having an argument, like having an argument with yourself, like rehearsing an argument in the shower or whatever. It's no different to that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Lots of people do that.
They do.
So, all I can think about is that that meme of the man and the woman in the bed, and the woman's like, "Oh, I wonder what he's thinking about." Or I bet he's thinking about other women.
Mm-hmm.
Except in this case, the man is you, and the girl is Charlotte. And in the thought bubble coming out of your head is just, I reverse erratic, and I can release the director's cut of it.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm building up some sort of like fucking weird, crazy ass like idea. The thing is, like, because I know if I did it and people actually watched it and discovered it, for the most part, they would either enjoy it immensely, or they'd be like, "What the fuck is this? Why am I wasting my time watching it?" But it'd be like a car crash. Like they would force themselves to watch it because they'd be like, "Why?"
So your plan is to make content so bad, people have to watch it.
I mean, the thing is, like, I don't think it would be bad. You know, I think people would not understand it.
So bad it's good, right? That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cheesy.
Yes. You know, but like people can watch it and just think like, I don't understand.
I mean, have you seen
good.
YouTube these days? Like,
this is true, yeah. Well, the thing is,
especially kids YouTube.
That's true, yeah. But a lot of the YouTube that I watch is like overproduced. You know, and it feels. The thing is, right? I was wrestling with myself for ages about why YouTube feels the way that it is and what that feeling is. And I think I get it. I think it's soulless. Because, like, in the early days of YouTube, you know, sounding like an old man, but in the early days of YouTube...
Back in my day,
when, you know, men were men and we tied onions to our belt because that was the fashion.
Back before the notification bell.
Back when dislikes actually said the numbers.
Back in my day, 1,000 subscribers was enough to live on.
It fucking was, man. It was great. It was great times.
You're a rock star if you had 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, 10,000 subscribers, you're in the fucking stratosphere. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, like, you know, it's so produced and like so focused on being professional and like advertising standards and everything like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I'm aware that not every YouTube channel is like this, because there are some which still have like a certain element of charm to them. But back when it was like a Wild West and like nobody really knew what the fuck they were supposed to do, people just made whatever they wanted because they thought it would be funny or something like that, and that's what helped them take off. They had so much charm, so much passion, and so much fun as well. You could watch it and you would feel like you were watching a silly video with a mate.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because, I mean, you can get situations where, you know, there'll be people there who's like, oh, we want to make this for XYZ for the algorithm, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to mention this word, or we don't want to curse before 10 minutes, or, you know, that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But you're right, it does make it feel a little bit more soulless. When you're, in fact, funny you say that. There's kind of I find there's a similar thing in with like 40k podcasts. I listen to quite a few of them, and especially the ones that get sponsored and stuff, or like are supported by Games Workshop, get stuff early, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They become very one note. and soulless. Like they don't like they're very restrained. They don't necessarily give out their own opinions. They always keep it like a bit more sanitized, which I guess is the same sort of issue as you get on YouTube these days.
Yeah.
But I mean that's just a symptom of we're getting deep now. That's just a symptom of the world running on ads, right? Like
yeah. Yeah, it's such a shame. It really is. Like I'm aware that even if I did see some sort of success or something like that, I wouldn't be anything especially like special because I don't think I could tolerate sanitizing myself. I think I would really struggle
this is
with
it.
that. You know,
this is what I always said when I was doing my podcast. Like model companies would send us stuff. So like
you'd be like, if I think this is shit, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, and I did, and I was like, look, if it's bad, it's bad. Like, and the same with like the project, the 9th Age project would give us like rules early, and if I thought something was shit or badly designed, I just said it was.
Mm-hmm.
And they stopped giving me the rules. Yeah. But I always managed to find a way to get my hands on them.
Yeah, of course. No, you just you make it work, don't you? You get him.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta be sneaky, man.
Yeah, you'd be like, right, this is a slightly later version because I've been blacklisted. But this is how I feel, or something to that effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the same thing happened to Jim Sterling when he went like self-published, and then he was just like, right, if I think it's shit, I'm gonna say it's shit. Then no one like gave him any review copies or anything like that, and then he was like, that's fine, and he'd wait until release, buy them anyway, and then review them and say that they're shit.
Yeah.
But also be like, yeah, this company blacklisted me, so it's doubly shit. That'd be it, really. Although if they were a good game, it was a good game, you know? That's the thing. But it's like back in the day in like review YouTube, like game review YouTube, which was something that I used to... Sorry?
I was going to say, Jim Sterling is like a YouTuber from another age, right? Like.
Yeah. Yeah, although actually, like, now they go by Jim Stephanie Sterling. Because they're non-binary.
Yeah, that's right. I've not watched Jim Sterling stuff in a long time.
I've actually unsubscribed because it's gotten to the point where they're just constantly negative about everything.
Alright, I've got a pair of legs. I've got them set up.
Nice. But yeah, no, I used to really respect Jim. But,
yeah, I know what you mean about the negativity and stuff like that. It just became a lot, and some of the bits were kind of annoying to me, a bit like juvenile humor.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. You don't, you just don't watch it, and then that's it. That's all there is to it, really.
Yeah, I think a lot of it as well. They're kind of focusing on the criticism that they're getting. Because there's some very vocal individuals that are being like transphobic and like homophobic or anti-LGBT or whatever. Suddenly, that's the entire problem, and then I'm now closed off to any sort of criticism because it's just coming from bigots, without necessarily understanding that there's a lot of relevant criticisms as well. Towards Jim or Stephanie or however they want to go by. Yeah,
Sam's right. He's making the same videos for the past 4 years. That's kind of why I stopped watching. It all became very samey.
Yeah, it's just, here's a game that's come out. I don't like the developer because of these reasons.
Yeah, and like it's not even like the things he's saying are wrong. He is right.
Mm-hmm.
And I do agree with. I do agree with what they say, but I don't know. It's just
it's difficult.
There's only so many times it's like, yeah, I get it. The games industry is evil.
Yeah, we
don't buy their shit. but meanwhile he has to make a living by reporting on said industry, right? So it's just a bit of a unfortunate situation.
Yeah, just a bit.
But as I say, he's a YouTuber from age gone by, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like seeing a crocodile, right?
Yeah.
It's it's, you have to wonder if like Total Biscuit was still around, would he still be doing the same stuff? Because he's the same kind of era, I think. The same kind of
era, yeah. But Total Biscuit was always very forward thinking.
Yeah.
I felt I had an immense amount of respect for Total Biscuit.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
Everyone that watched him.
And I really liked him.
If he doesn't get a special thanks in the credits for Space Marine 2, I'll be very upset.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that game would have been made without him and his influence.
Do you think?
Yeah, that game didn't do very good when it came out. But then he just made like video after video saying how amazing it was and just went on and on about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that helped it a lot.
Yeah.
People gave it a lot more respect after that.
Yeah, he loved his Warhammer. Great guy. Yeah, I still follow his missus. Well, actually.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, she's streaming now.
Was the I don't know if you ever saw. He did a Dark Heresy thing.
I did see that with Silent Osiris.
Yeah.
And oh shit, I always forget his name. Jeff, In Control.
Yeah, Jeff Robinson.
That's the one. Yeah, sadly no longer with us as well.
Yeah, he's a personal hero of mine.
Is he?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy a bit of StarCraft or?
I did. It's just more the kind of attitude he had towards life and other people. And then he had quite a life to aspire to, right? Like you make your money as an esports player / caster, then you retire to become a semi-pro Warhammer player with your model wife, and your retirement is basically streaming Warhammer. You know what I mean? Like
that's true.
So I mean, he had an aspirational life. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I look up to that guy quite a lot.
Yeah, he's a good guy. But yeah, no, that was the first thing that really put Dark Heresy onto my radar actually as well, because they were legitimately some of the funniest fucking moments ever.
Same here actually, yeah.
It was so good. I will
just go back and rewatch that.
I will prepare the sacred unguents. It's just like, okay, you do that. He's like, right, what do I do with it?
Now what?
Yep. So good. Too good.
No, I never got this far before.
Yeah. Yeah, usually people stop me before.
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, so Sharface, the only thing that I liked was his wrestling. That's talking about Jim Sterling. Now it's awful. I unsubscribed to. 1, capitalism bad. 2, developer bad. 3, Dark Souls should have an easy mode. 4, microtransactions, loot boxes bad. TB was a lot more nuanced than Jim. That's true. He spoke about Randy Pitchford way too much. You see, I mean, like, because, like, Charlotte loves Borderlands. And to be fair, like, Randy Pitchford is, like, a real fucking mess of a person. I remember us talking about this. But, like, yeah, Randy Pitchford had, like, a boner for hating Jim, and Jim then, therefore, had a hate boner for Randy Pitchford. But Sam also said that Randy Pitchford is a criminal for what he did to aliens, so...
He's not wrong.
That's fair, yeah. I remember. I always remember this story. I love telling it as well. But when me and Sam were at uni together, I remember leaving my house because I had a lecture, and seeing Sam, who was in the same lecture, walking in the opposite direction. And I was like across the street, and I was like, Sam, where are you going? And he was like, I've got to go to game. I need to cancel my Aliens pre-order.
That's hilarious.
It was so funny. It really was. And I turned up and he just didn't turn up. I think he might have turned up like halfway through or something like that. But yeah, no, it was, that was so funny.
The history of that game is so interesting as well.
Isn't it? Yeah, they fixed it now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one. There's a lot of jank. Like there was, God, I remember there was a story about the AI in that game.
Yes.
I can't remember what it was. Something like they made a change like really last minute, and it just broke the AI.
Yeah, but it had to be shipped, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then like no one could figure out how to fix it. But that's the thing now. They fixed it. And it was literally the case, right? It's like the stupidest thing, but basically they just had like one parameter, one line of code that was broken.
Yeah.
They fixed it, and now it works fine. It's perfect.
I mean, that's coding in a nutshell, though, right?
Literally, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like that's what happens. Like obviously, Randy Pitchford like takes all the money, fucking runs with it. I'm gonna go make Borderlands instead. Borderlands was fucking amazing, perfect. You know, there's a reason why it spawned a bunch of like successors and you know what have you. But yeah, it was it's definitely a thing. No, there we go. But yeah, so I guess if you want to go back and play Aliens now, you know, 10 or 15 or however many years late, go right ahead.
This has been the Pure Ben and Gelmer's podcast.
It's been good. I was genuinely, right, and I know this is a bad idea because like, I barely have any time to do anything else as it is, but I really wanted to do a podcast because I was a really big fan of the Co-optional podcast and I'd love to do something similar to it.
Podcasting is one of those things that's definitely easier than people think it is. There's a reason that everyone and their mum has a podcast.
Yeah.
You literally just download some like free audio software, record it, and then just, I don't know, like post a sting or whatever at the beginning and end. You don't really have to do any editing unless you say something that you don't want out in public.
Yeah. Or if you want to just like trim it down a bit. Keep it interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Not something that you did?
No, I pretty much just left it all raw, and the rambling and the bullshit was why people wanted to listen to it.
I suppose so, yeah. Part of your unique.
The fact that we weren't overproduced, and you know, the fact that we didn't necessarily care about whatever we said, or
it felt real.
Yeah. Like if we went to a tournament, we were talking about it because it was basically a tournament podcast. If we went to a tournament and we spoke about it, if our opponent played like shit, we were like, yeah, man, I told him he played like shit. Like, and he thought he should have done X, Y, Z or whatever. And at the same time, if we played like shit, we'd be like, yeah, we were shit. And that's why we lost. I was an idiot. Like, and we would tell each other, yeah, that's pretty fucking stupid. Like, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was just kind of refreshing for people to not just get the over-sanitized nonsense.
Yeah, just like, oh yeah, you know, I'm watching or listening to these guys, and they're really real. I like that. I can respect it.
Yeah, there's nothing I hate more than when you get people like when you get those enthusiast podcasts, right? And then they're just overly positive about everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes things aren't always sunshines and rainbows, and it's your responsibility as a consumer to let the person know, right?
100%.
That's the way I've always looked at podcasting, anyway.
Yeah. That's what it should be for anything as well. Like, you know, because if you're doing like reviews and people watch you, you should be beholden to your audience. You know, but somewhere, because people follow the money, they're just like, right, I'm beholden to the people who give me these products for free or early, because that's the only way that I can, like, you know, ensure that I stay ahead of the curve. And suddenly it's not about the people. It might have started out, you know, about like the viewers and everything like that, but over time they end up losing sight of where they actually need to be.
There was actually drama this year at the Las Vegas Open, which is the biggest.
I heard something about it. Yeah.
It's like the biggest 40k tournament in the world.
Yeah.
And basically, because the new competitive season's coming out soon, it's called Arcs of Omen. And they were going to be playing on Arcs of Omen. The problem is that a lot of the top players who are also content producers got the book early and had like an extra month or two of extra playtesting time.
Yeah.
So it was like a massive competitive advantage for them to have it.
Yeah.
And there's a bit of an outcry. So in the end, they ended up not using Arcs of Omen, which is but it was a big stink about the time.
I think quite rightly, actually.
Yeah.
At least from my point of view.
Stick that together.
But I did see in the Las Vegas Open, apparently somebody had an Angron model got stolen.
Yeah, that was where they unveiled the Angron model, and someone stole the Games Workshop pre-painted one.
Yeah.
Like how what are you gonna do with it? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do with that does not result in you immediately getting caught? Like, you can't play with it.
Exactly.
You can't sell it. Like,
you just steal it for brownie points.
Just so you can have it on your shelf, like.
Yeah, I mean, for some people that might be enough.
I mean, I guess.
Or they try and sell it to somebody that lives under a rock.
Well, it's like 90 quid, that's stealing itself. Yeah, you're right, Sam.
Yeah. Okay, right, so this isn't particularly neat.
Can you imagine if he just took home the everyman one and just stripped it? Just repainted it?
I mean, fuck it, yeah, you might as well.
I mean, yeah, just to save yourself the 90 quid.
Yeah.
Just dump him in the old bio strip.
Yeah, and he's just like, you're mine now. And then he comes out and he's just like fucking, just the shittiest fucking paint job ever. He's like, but save yourself 90 quid.
Like that scene from Roger Rabbit where he puts the little boot in the dip. Melts him down. And then he rises back up like Darth Vader, but his eyes are like painted not quite right. They're all painted in the wrong they're facing the wrong direction. Have you seen any of the lore from the Angron book?
I have not.
Would you like me to inform you?
Yeah, go for it. I know some of the stuff, like, from memes.
Alright, so here we go. Here's the Gilmorris Lore podcast. Here we go.
Alright, yeah, let's do it.
Alright, so on the
you heard it here. Wait, okay. Let's do a musical sting.
Okay. Okay. So, you know the Cicatrix Maledictum, the thing that's like divided the galaxy in half?
The Rift.
The Rift, yeah. So on the far side of that,
yeah.
Basically, a whole
Imperium Nihilus.
Yes, a whole Indomitus fleet is stationed out there.
Okay.
Because they're led by an Inquisitor, and that Inquisitor is defending a piece of archaeotech, which is basically a big psychic beacon. It like reflects light from the Astronomicon.
Yeah. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So what it does is it lets all of the navigators and stuff who normally can't see the Astronomicon from the far side of the rift see. So it's like really important.
Is it like a whole? Is it like a relay?
Yeah, kinda. But so they have like this ridiculous Crusade fleet around it. Indomitus Crusade fleet. They're Grey Knights there. They have like 8 different Space Marine chapters. The problem is that it also acts as like a great big fucking beacon to Angron, and it really annoys him because it's all he can see.
Yeah.
So he takes one of his Arcs of Omen with Vashtor, and they also bring a giant fleet. Angron sponsors it, and they attack. It's a massive fleet battle. Some very interesting bits. There's a bit where Angron gets out of his ship and flies through the void towards a capital ship and tanks a void lance to the face and just keeps going.
Yeah.
It just doesn't stop him, and he just rips the ship in half. There's a bit where the World Eater's capital ship is about to be destroyed. So Khan boards the Ultramarines flagship that's attacking them, and basically one-man armies his way to the bridge.
Of course he does.
Takes the head of the captain. And to cut long story short, there's lots of fighting, but eventually Angron makes it to the Archaeotech generator where he fights 30 Grey Knights, including a captain.
Yeah.
Manages to defeat them all. And then he attacks the psychic beacon thing directly. And he attacks with such force that Khorne stands up out of his throne and is channeled through Angron and strikes the beacon directly. And it splits the moon in half that they're on.
Yeah.
Completely destroys the planet and the beacon. And as well as inflicts something called the murder curse on everything within the sector.
Right.
Which basically just turns everything to Khorne, into Khorne worshippers in the sector, the entire battle fleet, apart from the Grey Knights, the Custodies, and I think the Sisters of Battle. But all the Chaos Space Marines become Khorne worshippers. Space Wolves, Ultramarines, what's the other one? Sons of Iron Hands, Sons of Medusa, all they all go traitor essentially, or they're all declared to be traitors. And then that's there you go, that's it. So you have this thing called the murder curse that's basically turned this entire fleet, and that's where the story ends pretty much.
Sam says that he hates this law so much.
What don't you like about it, Sam? I mean, I don't really like any Chaos Law. The Bad Eyeballs are basically the only thing I like, and that's not even real Chaos Law, that's just Renegade stuff. Yeah. I just hate the Chaos Gods. They're just the least interesting thing in the world to me.
I can understand that.
Oh yeah, there's a bit where Angron lands on the planet, and they basically take I think it's like 3 or 4 ships, and they just drop like all their ordnance on him on planet, and he just dusts it off like Luke Skywalker in that shitty Star Wars movie, which is pretty funny, but not funny in like a that's awesome way. It's funny in like a
eye roll.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it reads like a bad Dragon Ball Z fanfiction. Goku punched the bad guy so hard that all the Saiyans punched through him and broke him to the planet into dust. When am I finishing? Relatively soon. Pav is on your lap snoring.
Well. Ow.
Right then.
Yeah, I just clipped my finger.
Ooh.
That's right. It's not that bad.
Hate people turn into chaos just because, yeah, they need to have a reason for it. You can't just say, oh yeah, chaos is this great corruptor. It's supposed to be insidious. It's supposed to be like a slow burn process.
Yeah, I think
you can't just fucking click your fingers and say, I'm a chaos worshipper now. There's got to be commitment.
I think the idea was for Khorne coming into reality was meant to mirror the Emperor working through Guilliman to help him burn some of Nurgle's garden.
No, you see, that's fucking stupid as well.
I think that was the logic behind it.
Right.
I'm not a particularly big fan of it either. But
if it was a slow burn, like the curse makes everybody more violent and aggressive, then they slowly turn over time. Yeah, that would work, I feel. But the problem is, like, unless you write this with the intention, if you wrote this like it was, it had the same release schedule as like the Horus Heresy series, for example, it would kind of make more sense if you had like 5 books and then it was like a slow progression. Yes, that could work, but the problem is it always seems really rushed because you've only got so much like space that you can like write it in, so you have to kind of like progress it naturally very fast.
Yeah, I mean, there's 5 books in this series, right? There's it's Arcs of Omen. Angron's the second one, and then there's one going to be called Farsight, and there's one going to be called the Lion.
Yeah.
I don't know what the other one's called, but I think this one's basically just setting up Angron to be like the super cool. Oh my god, Chaos got a win. You know what I mean? Like just so the Lion can come back and beat him.
The big marketing push before the next big marketing push.
Yeah, so the Lion's gonna come back and just beat him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Angron is so cool. Look at his rules by the model. Yeah, exactly. And then like Farsight as well. That's probably going to be like a push for Tau or something. Like, oh yeah, Farsight enclaves. Remember these?
Yeah, that Farsight model's been teased. That's out there.
Yeah. Until the Lion is back in Job's Angron to make you buy his model too.
Yeah, exactly. This is it. There's the rumor is that Vashtor attacks the Rock, which is the Dark Angels.
Yep.
Fortress. In order to get one of the keys, because that's what he's collecting keys for something.
For the titular Ark of Omen.
No, the Arks of Omen are the ships that he's made. He's made massive space hulks. He's built these and he's given them to like the top commanders. So which is why the boarding. Yeah, so that's why the boarding parties are like a core mechanic.
Oh,
so like boarding the Arks of Omen.
Right. I dig it.
But yeah, he's after these keys. That's going to give him some kind of MacGuffin super weapon that basically makes him into the 5th Chaos God. Yeah. Because he's basically the god of the Dark Mechanicus right now, essentially. He's the Chaos God of machinery or something.
Yeah, and like innovation. But like innovation without limit.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, he's looking to become a full-on god.
Yep. My man.
But he's going to come back and bop of the line.
Some said be more interesting if it became the Omnissiah. Could be.
Omnissiah's already taken, bro.
That's just
Void Dragon.
That's Emps.
It's the Void Dragon, isn't it?
No, the Void Dragon is the true Omnissiah. But the Emperor is like, I'm the Omnissiah, and then the Cult of the Dragon is just like, he's not the Omnissiah, he's a naughty, naughty man. This is the Omnissiah, and then they just look at the fucking Noctis Labyrinth and fucking disappear. Do you know what? I legitimately love that piece of lore as well, because it's so fucking mysterious, and regardless of like how close they've come to even talk about it, like it's always just like glossed over, and it's just like shit. I just want to know what's going on in there.
Yeah, I think all the stuff to do with Mars is pretty interesting, to be honest.
Yeah, the closest they got to it was the Horus Heresy Mechanicum book.
Yeah.
Which I currently have actually. And they had like the Kaban machine, which was like an AI, but it was like a rogue AI. It went fucking mental because like its creator got killed, so it just like became chaos corrupted over time. And then there was this woman who was like the next chosen one. She was the guardian of the labyrinth.
Yeah.
She goes in there. She finds a book, right? And it's not really alluded to what the book is, but apparently the book was given to the previous guardian by the Emperor himself, and was just like, you gotta look after this book. It's very important. And the guy was like, no problem. And then he stayed there for like 5,000 years.
Yeah.
And then he was like, right, my time is over. This is now your time. This is your job. Look after this book. And she's like, okay, fine. And he's like, great. And then he just turns to dust. And then this woman and like Mechanicum, like Secutor, I think his name is. He's like he's basically like a policeman, but like a Mechanicus policeman, so he's got like lots of servo arms and mechadendrites and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's called like Romu 32, which is like a very pleasing kind of alliteration and stuff. Probably meant for that. But yeah, then they're like, all right, what do we do now? And she's just like, we just got to stand here. And he's like, how long for? She's just like, I don't know. And he's like,
forever.
All right, okay. But then they get distracted by something, and then they come back, and the fucking book they're supposed to look after is gone. And I was like, bro, you had one fucking job, now you got to stand there for 10,000 years. Like, what's going to happen? Someone's going to come over and just be like, where's this book? And they're like, well, that's a long story. Oh, egg on my face.
Funny you ask.
Yeah, I tell you for what? So yeah, that was good, wasn't it? So yeah, but yeah, I want to know, because like every time someone goes into the Noctis Labyrinth, they fucking vanish. So it's got to be either like, because now Necrons have got all sorts of crazy shit. This was when they first started talking about it, right? Necrons were in 3rd edition, and they were literally just big, scary fucking robot.
They're just Terminators, right?
Literally that, yeah. And then occasionally they would kidnap people and make them into pariahs, which was awesome.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
I'm really sad they got rid of pariahs.
And then Matt Ward got his fucking grubby little mitts on it. And then it was just like, they're actually like a civilization, and they're Tomb Kings now in space. And I'm just like, you've literally taken all the charm away from them. Like, yeah, obviously it's more accessible now to people, but I liked them when they were just fucking scary, and that was it.
I do like the new lore, though, to be fair.
Mm.
A lot of it's really good. Have you read Infinite and Divine?
Not yet. I do like Trays in the Infinite, though.
That book's really, really good.
He reminds me of just like a crotchety old man.
Yeah. Trays in the Infinite. Who's the other one?
Orican the Diviner?
No, the other. There's another character. Not Orican.
Is it
Zamek? Zamasaur or something like that?
Okay.
He's the one who thinks he's still alive.
Okay.
But he's like the best general. He's a Stormbringer or something.
Right.
He's got like a like his right hand man is like banner bearer. It's like fully aware that they've all been turned into machines, but he still watches out for his lord, right?
Yeah.
That's his job. But obviously his lord is fucking mental. Like he's a crazy person now.
Oh
like,
wait, I have seen something about this lore. He like I think it's like the White Scars or something like that. Like he basically sees them fight, and he fights them, and then he's like, I'm actually really impressed with your fighting ability. And then he's just like, come and join me for a feast, and they sit down, and it's all fucking rotted and dead food, and
yeah,
he's just like, yeah, this is good.
He thinks he's still alive, and all his enemies, he like hallucinates them as like rebels, as like Necron tier rebels, still living enemies. But there's like a really good scene in one of the books, I can't remember which one it is, where like he's kind of lucid, and like his right hand, I can't remember what his right hand guy's name is, but he's just like, wait a minute, you knew like the whole time that we got turned into machines and we're immortal. And it's like, he just looks at him, he's like, no. And it's like, what? And then the book just ends. Like, basically, it's essentially what it is. It's like, he's just a crazy person, and it's really funny. But I really like him as a character. I do think a lot of the Necron characters are really interesting.
Yeah.
The new ones.
I guess so. I mean, like, it gives you a bit of a different perspective because they've been around forever.
I guess what I'm thinking is we already have a mindless enemy in the Tyranids.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, the demons. So having another, especially Xenos race with a bit more charisma. And I'd probably say that Necrons are probably the Xenos race with the most charisma.
Yeah.
Of the current ones, anyway. Of the current lore. So I think that's just generally good, right? Because if you're a Xenos fan like myself, you want them to be interesting. You want them to be like a compelling force in the universe, right? You don't want it to always be about.
You want to kind of root for him.
Yeah, you don't want to always be about the Imperium, right? Because or it's just not fun, right?
Yeah. Sam said it just shows how the underdeveloped the Eldar still are.
Eldar are weird because every time they're in the books, it just describes them as like they're so alien. You can never understand them.
Yeah.
You just can never comprehend how differently their mind works, and it's like, okay,
yeah. And
we
then,
get it. They're different.
Yeah, and then you see like Eldrad Ulfran that's just like, I'm gonna have a meeting with these guys and tell them about the future, which I've seen. And then they're just like, oh, get this filthy alien out of here. And he's just like, no, listen to me, please. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what though, right? You can say that the Eldar are underdeveloped, but at least they get like relatively kind of like new model ranges and stuff occasionally. And like new lore about them. Dark Eldar fucking left in the cold, man.
What? Look at those. Have you seen some of the Aspect Warrior models?
Well, yeah, but at least they have
the Swooping Orcs are like older than I am.
Yeah. Right, alright. Between the two of them then, okay, you have the Dark Eldar who have maybe like 25 different types of models. And then the actual Eldar that have like 75 plus.
Oh, you mean like in terms of variation of range?
Variation and like the amount of work that's obviously gone into the faction. The Dark Eldar have essentially been in stasis since 3rd edition when they actually got like released.
Absolutely not. They got that massive new wave of models in like 5th edition.
That was fucking ages ago, man.
And they're absolutely ballers still. Those models.
Yeah, there's not a lot of variety. My favourite Eldar story is the one where they draw one race to a world to draw off an attack and act as a distraction. Isn't that that's every story, isn't it?
Yeah. It's it's Soulstorm.
Yeah.
And Dawn of War.
Winter Assault as well, actually.
Space Marine.
Yeah. Dawn of War 2. Dawn of War 3. Probably Gladius as well. Fuck it, Armageddon, why not?
What was that shitty chess game? That one as well.
Oh, Regicide.
Yeah,
Regicide. The reason why the Blood Angels and the Orcs are fighting on a chessboard is because the Eldar.
Two giant Eldar stood behind them, like, yes, dance, monkeys, dance.
Yeah. And the whole thing's just a fucking hallucination as well by that guy in the opening cinematic. And that's because of some fucking like weird hallucinogenic shit that they've been pumping into the air.
Something's wrong. There's something in here. I think I'm not meant to be in this game.
It's fucking
something in here with me. It's a shitty chess game.
That cinematic, man, it was such a fucking tonal shift.
It had nothing to do with what was going on. That's why I really liked it. There's literally no connection at all.
In a better game, in a different game, I feel like that would be a really good cinematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like some Dead Space shit. Yeah. That was so good.
Yeah, I feel like a Dead Space-esque kind of like Warhammer game would actually be pretty good, but obviously the problem with that is then it's just like, oh, you just reskin in Dead Space. It could work though. Fuck, I mean, you could even do like an Alien type game where like, you're on a ship and a Lictor's managed to get on or a Gene Stealer's managed to get on or something.
Yeah, like you're running from the Broodlord.
That's it. That's Alien Isolation. Boom.
But I mean, yeah. I mean, that game, Gene Stealers are already a rip-off of Alien, right? Like,
yes.
So
very
you're just
much
really
so,
leaning
yes.
into it.
Considering as well how, like, fucking litigious Games Workshop is, the fact that a lot of their model choices and a lot of their artwork are very obvious rip-offs of, like, different trademarks and stuff is fucking... always will be hilarious to me. Always, always. Right. Anyway, I need to come off because GW, don't you dare rip off our IP. By the way, here's our Adeptus Arbites. Definitely not Judge Dredd. But yeah, man, I've got to go because I need to make a lunch for tomorrow. And
yeah, no worries, man.
All of that good stuff.
Appreciate the impromptu podcast.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Oh dear. No, man, I'm actually getting a bit tired. But yeah, no. So more Warhammer tomorrow. We've got one guy kind of like relatively kind of primed, I guess. Base coated. All that, can't really see it. But yeah, he's got his first layer of blue on. Chuck another couple of layers on, and then yeah, we'll then work on his trim, I guess. Or maybe I'll just do all of them in blue and then work out from there. Do them as actually like a proper batch.
That is the way.
This is the way. Cool. All right, mate. You take it easy. I'm gonna head off and wrap up the stream.
See you around, man.
TTFN. Okay, guys. Yeah, like I said, that's it from me. It's been good. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, see you all tomorrow. So you take it easy. I was considering just like raiding out to somebody, but I think it's a little bit too late. And let's be fair, we'll probably want to go to bed. So, guys, thank you. Appreciate you all. Take it easy. Look after yourself. Look after each other. And I will see you at 8 o'clock. Probably, maybe. For more painting. We're going to getting these Chaos Marines done. This is the first one that I've gotten done. Come on, focus. Please focus. Don't look at my face. Yeah, he's looking alright. Cool. Alright. See you later, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.